Hi, I'm Emma Sutherland, clinical naturopath, author, mum, and your host. With over 20 years in clinical practice, I've helped thousands of women and families transform their health using evidence-based integrative strategies. Today's topic is unlocking your money personality, 6 common financial archetypes. Do you avoid money conversations or do you feel proud of your budgeting skills? Your money personality might explain it all. As I go through the 6 stereotypes, see what feels familiar, what you relate to. Let's aim to understand our own financial behavior through the lens of a personality type. Having this awareness can really help shift unhelpful patterns. If you want the worksheet from today, simply email me at emma@studio-u.com.au and I'll email it to you. So you don't need to write down all the questions and all the answers. Just sit and listen and just write the answer down that resonates with you when we get to the questions. So let me go through the 6 archetypes first. The first is avoidant. These people tend to be overwhelmed, they're stressed, avoid anything financial. They don't open bills, they delay tax returns, and they don't check their bank account regularly. They believe if they ignore it, it's just going to go away. They really have their head in the sand. Now, I was absolutely an anxious avoidant type before I started my journey into money. I felt money was impossible or that I would just not get it right. I'd screw it up somehow. The next archetype is the saver. They're frugal, they're cautious, they're future focused, they're security driven, they always save, and they don't spend on enjoyment, and they can also judge other people's spending. The next type is the spender, who is overgenerous, impulsive, and very present focused. They buy to feel better emotionally, they gift to get approval, and they usually carry debt. They say, you only live once, or I deserve this. The next archetype is the investor. They're strategic. They feel that money should work for you. They're comfortable with risk, but they can also be over-analytical, over-focused on numbers, and take risky shortcuts that might fail. The next is the status seeker. They are very externally motivated. They're image conscious and they want to keep up with society's expectations. They tend to spend on luxury brands, spend to impress, and tie their self-worth to their income. The next archetype is the giver. They feel that money is a tool to help others. They are generous and they're self-sacrificing, but they may actually neglect their own needs through helping others. A little red flag here. If someone in your life is what I call the financial controller, be careful. These types can be hyper-responsible, very disciplined. They track every dollar. They can't share control of the money and they're rigid in thinking. They can't trust others and they can't delegate. This situation has a risk to lead to financial abuse. Now, let me give you a quiz that can help you find out what type of money personality you have. All you have to do is write down the letter of the answer you choose for each of these 6 questions. Don't think about it too much. Just go with your first reaction, your gut instinct. Don't forget, you can email me to get these questions and answers emailed to you. But for now, get a pen, a paper, put out the notes in your phone and write down which answer you would give. Question 1. When you receive unexpected money, what do you do? Save it immediately. B, spend it on something fun. C, feel overwhelmed and avoid doing anything with it. D, buy something impressive or luxury. E, gift or donate part of it. Or F, invest it. Which one of those would you do? Just press pause if you're still thinking. Question 2. Your biggest financial fear is A, not having enough for the future. B, missing out on enjoying life. C, looking at my bank account. D, not being respected or admired. E, letting someone down who needs me. And F, not making smart money moves. Simply write down the letter of your answer, A, B, C, D, or E. Question 3, your relationship with budgeting is A, I follow one closely. B, I try, but I prefer flexibility. C, I avoid it altogether. D, it's about projecting success. E, I budget to help others. And finally, F, it's a tool to reach my financial goals. A, B, C, D, or E. Press pause or rewind if you need to go through those again. Question 4. In a financial disagreement, you usually A, stick to the plan, B, give in or spend to smooth it over, C, shut down and avoid the topic, D, assert your financial ideas, E, try to meet everyone else's needs, and F, use logic and data to decide. Which one would you do? Question 5. Your proudest money moment was A, building my savings or paying off debt. B, taking a dream trip or buying something big. C, avoiding bankruptcy or a crisis. D, buying a luxury item or reaching a high level of income. Giving to someone in need. And F, growing my investment portfolio. Question 6. If money were no object, what would you do more? A, save and feel secure. B, spend on lifestyle and experiences. C, worry less and sleep more. D, buy high-end status items. Help friends, family, or causes I'm passionate about. Invest and build wealth. Which one are you? So what I want you to do now is go through your 6 answers and circle the letter that was most frequent in your answers. If you are mostly A's, you are the saver archetype. If you are mostly B's, you have a spender personality. If you are mostly C's, you're an avoider. That used to be me. If you are mostly D's, you're the status seeker. Mostly E's is the giver. And mostly F is the investor. So what's your money personality? And more importantly, how has it shown up in your life? And how have your money beliefs changed over time? I have definitely moved from being anxious avoidant to feeling way more like an investor now. So things change over time. But how does that money personality show up in your life? If you think of how money stereotypes work, what if a spender married a saver? Or what if an investor married a giver? Some combinations are bound to be more challenging than others, but if you know your type and you communicate clearly about what's important to you, it can actually still work. So I've definitely gone from being an avoidant type to an investor. I used to be scared of money as I believed money was scarce. It only came with pain and it was always hard. Now I believe that money is just simply a tool to build a life with purpose. If you want the worksheet from today's episode, simply send me an email at emma@studio-you.com.au and I'll email it to you. Pop a comment below and let me know which money type you are and your thoughts on today's episode and also what it brought up for you. This can be triggering. I know it was definitely triggering for me when I did this exercise on myself. Thanks for being with me today. Don't forget to like the video, hit the subscribe button, check out the links below if you need more information, and pop any questions below for me to answer as well.